Hello and welcome to Fatecaster! And another exciting episode of Shadows of Stravia. Previously, our party, we had a birthday party for Cecilia, which was very nice. We had, following that, some tense yet revealing scenes at the Academy Arcana, also for Cecilia. The party visited the Red Lantern after getting the secret password, and after visiting the Red Lantern, Traghoul went into some pit fighting, and through a series of very good rolls and very bad rolls by his opponent, emerged victorious, and the party got some winnings from their bets. Still looking forward to some tense negotiations in the Red Lantern. Please join us as we descend into darkness.
Darkness.
No. Why do I look so red?
We rejoin the party in the Red Lantern after the pit fighting and winnings with Traghoul, and some negotiations to be had from one Grimble Wexley Grimm, the goblin owner of the joint. What do you guys do?
We do need to talk to Grimm, don't we?
Indeed. Grimm will probably want to...
Nice.
Congratulate this champion
D&D.
as well.
I'm going to go get my drink that I was offered for winning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go get your drink. What do you order?
I'll ask for, like, the biggest glass they have, like, since a normal pint wouldn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
And then I'll order something for Grimble as well, and then go take a seat with him.
Nice. You order from the elven barmaid with a gold. Congratulations, and she'll lift up. She'll find like a barrel. Mm-hmm. Like a small barrel, probably had like wine in it at some point, and kind of pours several things into it. Here you go, big guy, onto the counter. And and do you say that it's for Grimm?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right. Very nice. And we'll hand like a tankard to you, something very, very dark, very, very pungent. And give you that.
And then
Grimm's favorite.
I'll still slide her a gold piece.
Thank you very much. Okay. Do you guys approach Grimm?
I'll get a drink behind, and I'll just kind of follow your lead, big guy.
Do you want to
I'm
drink?
behind you guys, because you guys seem to know them. Nana.
Do you want to drink?
Sure. I'll get a drink.
Okay.
For the two of us.
Get a couple drinks for the two. What do you get?
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. I mean,
I don't know.
Like 5 copper for a drink?
Yeah, we'll do 5 copper for a drink.
Let's go. What is your house favorite?
If you're looking for the house favorite, Grimm's favorite is a bit smelly. I don't know if locals don't usually like it too much.
Whatever locals like.
Sure. How about I brew my own ale, so how about this one? That's very good. Let me know what you think.
thank you. And how much do I owe you? I'll take 2, please.
5 copper.
Perfect.
It's a silver piece. Gets you 2 drinks.
All right. I like it, and I say thank you. There you
Thank
go.
you very much.
Thank you.
Boop.
Okay. You approach Grimm as you do, still lean back, has looking at his drink, very timely, it's empty, puts it down, playing with kind of the dagger. Just hearing your approach, I don't loan money, kill people for free, or babysit idiots, so unless it's about business, piss off.
Like, I bring you another drink.
Oh.
May I take a seat?
I heard you just won in the fighting pits.
Yes, I did.
What's your name again, friend?
Traghoul Frostbite.
Traghoul. He flicks you a chit.
Okay.
Thank you for your patronage. You're welcome back.
Thank you.
Chit.
I recognize you, and I recognize you. Don't recognize you two.
I'm his +1. I'm with Nix.
Just here to shoot the breeze.
With the big guy.
They came to watch me fight.
We did. We had money to spend on him, and it was money well spent.
And now you're talking to me because...
You look hospitable. Actually,
That's totally wrong. I don't look hospitable at all. Just like my exact opposite of what I'm going for. So.
Grim, it's their first time here. I told them that this was your establishment, and I love it so much. It's just not the same without actually meeting the man behind the place that moves the city.
Are you trying to waste my goddamn time?
I'm trying to flatter you. Is it working?
No.
Do you want my drink as well?
It'd be a good start.
All right.
Come on, let's get to it. Come on, what do you want?
I want to pay you for information.
Okay.
What's your going rate?
What do you want?
I want a private room where we may speak without any of the extra ears that are always trying to catch in on any little bits of conversation.
Private room costs a gold.
I will happily give a gold. I will do that.
Looks around, kind of nods. You see a full orc, kind of gets up from the table, goes, opens a door. Grim motions for you guys, and you see Grim goes in. There's the full orc and like a very, very tall, burly human man. They go into the room, stand on the far wall. This is like very obviously Grim's kind of secret meeting area. Lots of kind of paperwork strewn on the back walls, lots of daggers and things. So, he leads you into the room. He has his two like bodyguards at the far end. They stand. Grim goes around to the side, his chair, also putting his feet up on this one. All right. You got your private room.
Have you read the latest article in the People's Voice?
Read it?
So you know that my name is in there?
Yeah.
Finally got some mention. The rumors
Congratulations.
are, as always, somewhat true, colored to their propaganda, but it's clear that it's already out at Storehouse 9, carrying pieces of the Shattered Disc, and the Sunlit Path is growing stronger and stronger, stronger than we had expected. We need to be able to get one step ahead of them, for once. And you, the man with the finger on the pulse of the city, is the next logical stop. So, that is the information that we seek, something that will help us get a little bit ahead, and we are willing to pay for it.
Yeah. Everyone always wants something. Grim find this, Grim track that, Grim make someone disappear. Gods above do look like a damn wish granter.
If you were a genie, I'd rub your lamp, sir.
Do it. Do it.
So,
As I hear you say that, I just spit up some of my alcohol.
okay, for this, not coin. Money spends too fast in this line of work.
Agreed.
I need something that lasts. You blood cloaks always have something more interesting than gold.
Well, we can trade in some sort of favors or tasks. What did you have in mind?
Let me get this straight. You need information on the Sunlit Path's whereabouts. Is that correct? That's what you're bartering for?
Whereabouts would be good. Just even knowledge on what their next step is. They always seem to be a little bit ahead. We want to be able to cut them off at the pass.
And I'm assuming this has something to do with the Shattered Sun Disk.
It does, as so noted in the People's Voice.
All right. Those two things cost different.
Name your terms.
For the little bit, we'll say Sunlit Path whereabouts. Or, will cost you something mildly interesting. For the whole juicy bit, you either need to do me a favor. Tonight,
So
Or-
many figures.
Some more information
Oh my god.
that I may deem.
You know, quite curious. Your secret code today. Who came up with that?
I did.
What's interesting is it matched something actually on the crates that came from the Sunlit Path. Once upon a time, there was a note. We came about it. It said the exact same thing.
That's where I got it from.
How did you know about them?
He bigs a big yellow goblin smile. Darling, you're here because you know I know everything.
Then you know. I don't like that.
That's one of the things I might be bargaining for. I don't know who you are.
I flash a tiny tooth. Not really a tiny tooth, a fang.
I'll just name it up front. You want the juicy everything. You do me a favor. Or you two tell me who you are.
Don't be shy. You're embarrassing me. Come on now.
Friend Anix is a friend of ours. I am Requiem. And...
Is that it? Just Requiem?
I think it's... Don't make me feel insignificant in just my name. My name.
And a new Blood Cloak? Never heard of?
Darling, you're very significant. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. Who are you?
Well, I too am a Blood Cloak. But I'm also Zelphira Skorn.
Do an insight check as he hears the name.
Give me an insight check.
It's a bad 6.
I mean, you see he's glad to know it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then, for that,
I'm indeed a serpent, as one likes to say.
Welcome to my establishment, Zelphira Skorn.
I don't know if I feel very welcome today. What's my general read on him?
Give me an insight check.
I would love to.
Yeah.
10. I thought that was a 1 from my glass. That's a 4. This dice is fired.
10, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems hard to read.
Bet. I bet.
Okay, so we got this we kind of did this backwards. We got the juicy bit, but we didn't get the regular bit payment. So how are we settling that?
Something mildly interesting. Is that right?
Yeah, something that lasts. Information's good.
You guys got anything?
Yeah, what would be,
You were given the classified intel from Ysold for payment for Grim. Should you want to use it for this?
It was 4 gram?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
oh,
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, thanks.
Check it over to him.
Okay.
Hopefully a bit more than mild.
Holding out on me.
Feel like, well, first I had to see whether or not you would be honest.
So I didn't read that. Dude, what's in there?
Ain't that something?
A lot.
Withholding information. Eh?
You could have asked for it, sir.
It's true.
Got it
forgot
like
about it. I completely
3
forgot about
trips
it.
ago.
Yeah, for real.
You really shouldn't have this. And you definitely shouldn't be giving it to me.
So you're welcome.
Don't worry, I won't.
So you're
Oh,
welcome.
you'll
He's
tell
back in his chair.
all the things we'd like to hear.
Okay.
Juicy things, hopefully.
Look at you. Crawled your way through corpses, crates, and conspiracies like real professionals. Must be all grown up now.
I mean, I think so.
You already cracked the docks. Figured out old Victor was dancing 2 reels with the rebellion. That was the best gossip I had. Now I gotta work for my silver. All right. You want to know what I've got? The regular bit first. Ever eaten rat?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if you're Nyx or a goblin, you eat rat or you die. See, rats are clever.
Yeah.
Hide in holes. But they still got a surface. Still got to eat. You want to find a rat nest, you don't go digging, you watch. You find a hole, sit real tight, and wait for them to pop their little heads out, then you follow. Sunlit past the rat. You already saw one hole, Warehouse 13, but there's another. You ever take a good look at Martin's Mercantile before you slaughtered them?
I'd been in there many times, but distracted by the silks as always.
You should. Might recognize the scent of another hole.
Don't want to know about that. Do not want to know about that.
The good kind.
We've been led back to
Underneath.
Martin's multiple times. We should go to
Martin's
Martin's.
Mercantile.
At this point, we should go to Martin's.
That's the idea.
Do
Yep.
we know if it's still empty? Like, if no one's taken control of his shop after him dying?
Yeah, you guys have had a few days. Seen like you've probably walked by and you've seen the place like boarded up and essentially like property of the crown. The crown has taken it.
Doesn't mean they've done anything with it.
Yeah. Now for the good stuff. You didn't hear this from me, but the past's been working on a new toy. Something volatile, something blessed. Explosives made from holy oil. Radiant as the morning sun. Just the thing to turn a vampire into scattered ash. Or blow a hole into an armored convoy. Looks at you, Zelphira.
Thanks.
They're stockpiling it. Going underground, yeah, but not to hide, to wait, plan. They're gearing up for a real showstopper. Big bang! Couple of them, actually. One, Virelia Skorn's manor. Prime target. Plenty of security. And one hell of a message if it gets boomed. Two, blood tithe routes. They're looking to disrupt supply lines, panic the nobles, starve vampires, metaphorically and otherwise. Flips a coin into his hands, catches it. Is that all you needed?
Who's supplying this raw material that would help them to build such explosives?
I think it's in-house.
In-house. Interesting. Chemist also in-house then?
Chemist in-house. Part of the smuggling, I'm sure, to get, materials. But, yeah, I think all the fancy bits in-house from what I've seen.
Grim, you always bring me the best things.
I've got the good stuff, Nick.
I like you. I like you very much indeed.
Very well stocked.
Well, shall we go spend some more money in this man's establishment, or do you have any more questions?
If I may, a little off topic, this sickness that is plaguing these children, have you heard of it? Have you seen it?
Can't say I've got much time to spend on sick kids.
But have you heard anything?
Give me a persuasion check.
Um, 10. My lucky.
Now that, you're being sneaky here. That wasn't part of the deal. It's extra.
How much extra?
You do a job for me extra.
A job?
Someone owes me some coin.
I have coin.
No, I want him to know that he can't cross Grimbo Wexley. Send a message to him for me, and you can get that information.
How do I know that the information is worth the job that I have to do?
Has Grim served you wrong so far?
No, you're right. Tell you what, let's leave this pending, and I'm sure I will revisit this fine establishment.
All right.
Perhaps, if you don't mind, we may get some chits to be able to come back and visit you. Spend more money here?
Sure. Why not? You already got one.
Yep.
What's 3 more? Serve them to you.
Thank you.
All right, don't get blown up. I've got coin riding on you making it to next week.
As always, Grim, thank you for the
Don't
great
get
fight.
It was a pleasure.
Always. We'll be here for you, big guy.
Enchanté.
So you leave the doorway, closes, leaving Grim and his bodyguards behind. What are you guys up to?
Wow, that was informative.
Well,
That was...
there are other pleasures here. Do you like to partake, perhaps?
I feel like I've had my feel.
Sorry. I was just told my grandmother, who is the closest person to me outside of my uncle, is being planned to be destroyed. I mean,
Sounds as if you need a release. It's quite bottled up. We could use a little way to calm down, yes?
I will be leaving. I have
Many a
places to
handsome
be.
gentleman and lady here, you sure?
I am sure, sir.
Okay.
That was good fighting.
Thank you.
That was worth. Not a bad night. We got intel. We got doubled our
I don't know
money.
what they're
that we
doing,
got.
but I'm going to be like trying to like keep my cool, but like book it towards the entry. However, I got here.
Okay. Yeah, you hurry to leave. What's everybody else doing?
There was a elven woman with golden teeth at the bar at the beginning. I'd like to just make my way over. I'd already given my drink to Grim, so sidle up next to her to order a new drink.
Okay. Yeah, she's the barkeep.
Oh, she is the barkeep.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Hello again.
Hello, I have come into a bit of money and I love your teeth.
Ah,
How much did you spend on them? Is it a... I hope that's not rude to ask.
It's a little rude. But, you seem like a nice fellow.
I genuinely like it. There's nothing malfeasant behind it. I just... It's a compliment, I hope.
Worth their weight in gold.
Perfect.
Wonderful. So this one was about 2 gold pieces. This molar is bigger, about 3.
Bigger.
It's bigger. Like,
Would I have met her before?
you would have met her.
Yeah.
You would identify probably. You haven't heard her last name.
Yeah.
but Samir is her first name.
Samir, are any of the girls that I like to spend time with here this evening?
Shit.
Who do you like to spend time with?
So, above table, Nyx uses prostitutes in these kind of areas more as informants than he does, for pleasure, but always under the disguise of, seeking that pleasure. So, the ones that he
More
would
than pleasure.
be, interacting with would be, ones that, know to bring me intel from their clientele.
You would have a couple people here.
Okay.
That I think. What kind of what avenue of information are you going for here?
Yeah, I'm looking for more sunlit path intel, and maybe those that are servicing like Order of Bone, priests as well of the Faceless God. Pretty much those that are kind of hard to get to, and people that are kind of cloistered and you're not able to get info as readily. Those would be the folks.
I'll put those at 2 different people.
Okay.
So if you want Order of Bone stuff,
Yeah.
that's Morel,
Okay.
the Blackthorn, who
pay double
is
for the night.
the Damphir, the female Damphir, that you would know that's the vampire looking girl who went
Damn
into
fear.
If you want
that
Sunlit
makes
Path stuff, is Sienna,
Okay.
the human auburn hair.
I'll do Morel.
Okay. Morel's working.
All right. I shall look out for her. In the meantime, can I have a drink and one for each one of my good friends that I came?
Certainly,
I'm pretty sure she's gone.
And you, I don't know if you notice you turn in.
I'll just have an extra drink.
Yeah, so you have an extra drink. So that's 2 silver.
Okay.
So
you.
are you waiting around for Morel?
I am, and in the meantime, I'm going to say, I have someone here that I'd very much like to see. I promise, as you're my +1, there's nothing against it. But I just wanted to make sure to be open and honest as always. I would very much like to spend just a little bit of time with her. Is that all right?
you don't have to ask me.
Ah.
You're here. I came as your guest, and can kick it with our champion
We'll
here.
go take a seat.
I really like you.
Oh, I'd like you too. I'm sure she likes you too.
I hope so. I certainly hope so. Oops. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I shall be on the lookout, and feel free to enjoy the spoils or be back later.
Okay.
But
Enjoy. Have fun.
Take your time.
So a few moments later,
I like your pep talk. Enjoy. Have fun. Be safe.
It sounded like you got quieter
Knock 'em
as
dead.
he's
I'll give
walking
you-
away.
I'll give you this for free next. A few moments later, at the top of the stairs, Maril kisses the cheek of a very fat man. Human man. And he will...
Steal his
Matt?
face.
Huh?
Is he medium size?
he's
but
very fat.
He's
Rotund.
very-
Oh,
That's who you're looking
And
for.
he will...
on.
he is dressed in like ill-fitting but finely made clothes. Will kiss her hand after receiving on cheek, walk down the stairs and out of the Red Lantern. And
what I've been looking for
Naril
with the
kind of
slaughter
waits at the landing for a little while and then comes back down to the bar to get a drink.
Do I pass by this guy?
He passed by you.
He passed by. I'm going to accidentally kind of bump into him and spill a little bit of my drink on him. I'm sorry.
me,
It's
sir.
completely my fault. Completely my fault.
I should say so.
Let me help you clean some of that up, and I'll use prestidigitation to get that off. Completely my.
did you do-
I apologize
It's quite a
profusely.
trick.
Nix, Ghost Song. Whom do I have the pleasure of bumping into today?
Samuel Gertwing is the name.
You will.
Sam, you will.
Samuel, I do say I love your garb. You must be up in the Linstead area, yes?
I should say so, yes. I have a manor in that area.
Wonderful, wonderful. I have been looking for some retail, some different housing options myself. I have come into a bit of a small fortune, you see.
Okay.
And where exactly do you live? And do you like your neighbors? Are there any openings potentially that I might buy?
Give me a persuasion check.
Do I get advantage since I just...
With advantage.
You're trying to take this man's life.
Give me
Get there.
Give me a performance check.
Okay,
The
performance?
DC is 12 to
I'm
see if you get
persuaded.
advantage.
Okay, perfect. All right. This is just to give. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Performance 19.
Okay, so you get
Yes.
advantage on your persuasion.
Okay.
Yes.
First one is going to be 21 total.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a house north of the Linstead Market Square. Yes, the neighborhood is it's about as good as you can get in Linstead, of course, and not considering the any Crimson Court manors in the area, certainly.
Wonderful, wonderful. I know this is a bit unorthodox, but are you headed there now? Would you like to walk together, or do you plan on hanging here for a little bit? I have some company that I'd like to have, but I plan on leaving soon.
I was returning home promptly, yes.
If I were to buy you another drink, maybe you would hang for just a bit more and we could walk together?
I don't see why not. I accept your drink, sir.
Ah, yes.
Is this business related, or?
Well, business related in that I would love to see the area a bit more and potentially purchasing something that way. And I'd like being able to have a comrade in the area, especially rough times that is, right?
Yeah.
Best to know your neighbors and band together.
Dreadful, yes.
Agreed.
Yes. Certainly. I shan't decline a free drink.
What do you have, sir?
A whiskey sounds nice.
I will get him a very nice whiskey.
All right.
So
Good night
Give me
for
gold
you.
piece.
That's a good night for you. Thing that you know one double.
Yeah, for real. You're welcome.
I love how Nick spends money. I really love it. It's just like as soon as he gets it, he's like, wow.
He said he spends
Dang it.
a lot of money, so he's always poor.
yeah, that's right. Yep. But I've come into a bit of
Very efficient.
Okay,
That's a small fortune for him.
He's sipping on his nice whiskey, and I will make my way up to tomorrow.
Okay. Hello, Nix.
Hello.
Very nice to see you again.
Very nice to see you as well. I'm hoping to get the whisper treatment tonight. Are you available?
I'm always available for you.
Show me the way, my lovely.
She'll take you by the hand, kind of lead you behind her as she walks upstairs to her room. The
The fun stuff or the boring stuff first?
Unfortunately, the boring stuff. There's a very fat man here. This is fascinating.
I know.
Yes.
I was just with him.
Oh, you were?
Yes.
Ah, was he a crier?
He was a crowd.
Yes. Cry Maxine, it is all the rage these days.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Crazy.
the,
Love him so much.
sorry to be all business, though. I know that Order of Bone usually, seeks you out a bit. And I have been receiving some troubling news about them. You see, I am investigating some sick children in Holy Laza. And it has come to my attention that perhaps there was the tampering of a well in that area by them. I don't suppose they had let anything slip by you, frustration of how things just aren't going their way and the like?
I have to ask.
I will pay you double. What is...
The going rate is 10 gold.
Stop.
So it's
Here's
gonna be 20.
20 gold, my
Voice.
I have to ask.
Give me a history check. Okay.
Your prostitute voice is great. Just saying.
It's just hers.
Has to.
Okay, sorry, what was it?
History.
History, 9.
You, with a 9, so you know what you know about Morel. You know that, like, beyond, she's still, like, putting up the facade with you.
Yeah.
You know that there's, like, moments that with her act down, she's, like, very cold and very calculating. But
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
The Order of Bone.
she knows a lot.
Yes.
Natural 20.
Well, then.
All knowing and hoeing.
You know, Nix, I recently received a visit from a very talkative overseer of the Order of Bone, and you're a very lucky man. For a very faithful returning customer, I will tell you that some very secretive experiments are being done with that well. Some kind of a test on a manufactured disease. I understand that it's been targeting primarily children, which is, of course, dreadful. But potentially those who, they said something about very pure of heart or something of the like. So maybe it's because children are, I don't know, that's not my purview. But I heard them say something like they're using a piece of the shattered sun disk to make it.
Yes.
Which is, I don't know much about that, but that's dwarvish, right?
It is. As a friend as well, you should know that this information could get you killed. You know that I, as lips sealed as always with our interactions, but be careful. If he was enough to tell you this, they might realize their mistakes and try to find a source of a leak when it comes out eventually. They can't hide something like this forever.
Certainly not, but thank you for the warning. I do be careful.
I will. One more question for you, if you don't mind. They're manufacturing this disease. Did he happen to give any insight on where they might be doing this manufacturing?
At the necropolis, I assume. Didn't say specifics, but...
Morel, you are darling.
What a lovely woman.
Can I ask a favor in return? You've paid me, so no.
I've paid you double. It's worth it every time.
Paid me well. What do you know about Pater Ashtorn?
That's the, Pater?
Pater Ashtorn, the Blood Cloak sergeant, who was like Saren's right-hand man.
Yeah,
the
giant.
Yeah, the big half giant
The one
guy who talked to Traghoul.
Yeah. I know a bit. What are you seeking from him? we come across in relation every so often. Are you trying to pay me now for some information in turn?
I'd like to hire you.
Well, as a favor to a friend, I might do this for free, depending on what the ask is.
Can you kill him?
Perhaps. Can you give me the charge and reason?
He ruined my life.
Tell me more.
Give me a persuasion check.
What's her name again?
Morel.
Persuasion.
That we know
is a
any of it,
15.
but you
No,
know, he might.
Oh, wait,
share.
sorry,
write
that's a
it
6,
down.
not a
He
9.
might share.
12.
A very well-kept secret, since we're sharing secrets, Nix.
Yes.
And you see her demeanor kind of shifts from the prostitute to her kind of cold.
I used to be a blood cloak like you.
I want to know this so bad.
Peter was my commanding officer. Accused me of betraying my unit to cover up a dreadful mistake that he did himself. It made me take the fall for it. So now I'm here, thanks to Grimm for the one sheltering me. But if old Peter disappears, then maybe nothing else in revenge for me.
You know, I don't mind a little off-the-book killing, but it sounds like even Stephen in this manner would for him to be accused of something he did not, and ruin his life. You could soak in every delicious morseling moment of him creeping deeper into depravity.
There is a bit of justice to that, huh?
I shall try that path first, and God's willing, it happens. If not, I shall look into the killing of him second.
See what you can do. I will pay well for it.
Ah, you know me. Information, much more valuable than things, and I also just value our friendship.
Thank you, Nix. And I'll have something extra juicy for you.
Ah, all right. With that to say, okay, now for, we need to make this look good, so ruffles up his hair a little bit, plant one on me here and here, and just all right.
Always a
He'll
pleasure, Nix.
Go
Until
out and
next
just
time.
stumble out and
Yeah.
correct his hat, and then try to, and then
She'll walk you to the top of the stairs again, giving you kind of the same treatment, kiss you on the cheek. And then, all right.
Wow.
Okay.
Robert.
I'd like to now go meet my fat man.
Okay. You return to your fat man, still at the bottom of his very, very nice whiskey
Sam,
at the bar.
You have returned Nick's ghost song.
Ah, Samuel Gertwin, my new friend.
Nice.
Well, are you about ready to
Let's shop real estate.
Indeed, indeed.
Middle of the night.
Yeah. Are you guys still around?
I'm hanging out with you.
Yeah, we're just sitting in a booth.
Okay.
So I guess would we see you walking out?
Yeah. Well, if I see you guys on the way, I will send a message out and just say, walking home with a lead. If you'd like to join from a distance, I wouldn't hate it.
Let's join
You
from a
asking us to
distance.
trail you?
Let's.
There's no response.
What do you think?
There's
Shall we
nothing else
follow
to do.
or go
Can you
back?
stealth? I very much know the answer. Why don't we see how far we can follow our friend? And see how far that gets us.
We'll follow behind.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. Group stealth check. We'll put the DC to
But it should be
remain.
with advantage because that man's really drunk.
We'll consider that with the DC. We'll put the DC at 12 to remain entirely.
I would like to touch Traghoul and be like, let us follow him discreetly and touch him for guidance, possibly for like a.
You can do guidance.
Okay.
On a
you guys
stealth.
can sneak, or you can do performance, right? Where you just happen to be walking it that way.
Yeah.
And it's unrelated. your guys' call.
Sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Not stealthy, then you might as well do a performance.
Oh, yes! Yes, I love it.
Very nice.
I want your dice.
I think for my character, anyways, because he's used to hunting, he has to be quiet.
That's really
Yeah.
good
But you're
point. That's a
massive.
really good
Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean you're fighting with your size and your armor.
Yeah,
right.
But yes,
Massive.
you.
at this point, I don't think I'd be wearing my armor.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
after being in fighting
Yeah.
pits, I think I'd be out of it. But
Yeah. You
We're
and
not
you wear
blood.
you didn't come as a blood cloak either. So
No.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you and Requiem is probably very surprised by how quiet this massive
He's quieter
creature.
than you.
Yeah.
Rest.
Sir.
And then, were you outside hanging out and waiting for us, or did you just leave the area altogether?
Oh no,
super,
I
really?
booked it. I'm
Okay.
headed towards sending a message and all the other things that I need to do.
Okay.
Let's cut to that. You're getting messages out?
Yeah,
When you say
I wanted
messages
to get
too.
outside here because I did not trust sending a thieves' cant inside because I don't know actually if a message would get stopped. I want to go to a trusted. I wanted to get outside of it enough and head back to I don't necessarily need to go to the barracks. I need to go to where I know I have trusted thieves' cant delivery systems and wanted to get a message out to both Isolde and then also to Isolde about we need to meet with Grandma, ASAP, basically, with some discoveries and has to do with shattered. Yeah, so I wanted to get somewhere I could trust to send those out. And
Okay. So just to Isolde saying what you found and you want to meet with Grandma. right?
I was without overly saying what we found in case that gets somehow,
Here's the red lantern on the map.
stuck. But it's down. No, it's at the,
Right there.
oh yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm headed back up
yeah.
towards our barracks and stuff, towards and see
Yeah.
which is where you guys are now headed. But I was already hurrying on my way out
So
a
you
long time ago to.
Yeah, you head out. You get your message in Thieves' Cant to a poor garment merchant on the side that will again get the message to the right place in Thieves' Cant. So you hand that off. Are you doing anything else after that?
Not necessarily. I am waiting because I wasn't there for any of his stuff. Not that he's told anybody anything. And I am just kind of in calm but panicky mode of trying to figure that out. And I guess I wouldn't necessarily go back to the barracks. I would be waiting to see if I can find Isolde in this area or hear where he's at, and or watching to see if they make their way back, kind of in town, I guess.
Go ahead and roll me 2 luck checks. And because this is fun, we'll do a Raven roll.
It's I don't know what that means.
So the first one, just a D20.
It's will it happen?
We'll do the first is to find Isolde in this area.
Okay.
And you want high.
What one do I want to do? Let's see this cool eyeball. Blow on it. No, you blow on it. Good. Okay. It's 10. It's not bad.
Give me one more to find the party.
It's not bad. Blow on it.
Better be.
Come on. It's an 8.
Okay.
Fired.
Neither are good.
I'm fired.
That dice is
You're
fired.
just so panicked that you.
That dice not great. Not awful.
Neither are very high. So I think that you are. I mean, those are just the luck checks to see if you guys happen to pass each other by or see them in that area. And I wouldn't even say they're not even in the area necessarily to notice. But for you are probably very in your head right now.
I'm just panicking.
We're stealth so well that you wouldn't see us anyway.
No,
Blending into the
I'm
crowd.
just panicking.
Shut up.
I'm just
Yeah, you are. Oh,
just
Kronk.
Pink Panthering
Kronk,
it.
yeah.
Okay, so Nyx is approaching our fat friend, going to Linstead.
You guys in a carriage?
Yeah.
No, but there's probably a few folks out at this point. And I'm just going to assume that my friends are with me, but with the stealth checks you guys rolled, I do not see you at this point. So I imagine from the path that we'd be going, we would be first headed out this direction, and there might be some areas. Probably, I'll bet people aren't at the crater at this point.
Probably not.
Day, right?
There might be some work happening there at the crater itself.
Even at night? Okay.
But you can find some quiet places along the path.
Okay, yeah. I'd like to find a place, so just walking with him.
Witness to this.
So, Samuel,
Yes.
I'm a bit new to the city overall. Holy Laws, I very much enjoy the Red Lantern. It may be nice to have some kind of a spot fairly close, don't have to make the long trek back to Linstead for this. Have you looked at any houses in this area?
In Holy Laza?
Yes, there's a stopover.
Not for me, personally, no.
You haven't gotten so drunk that you wish halfway that home could just be here?
It's more of a status thing, I should say.
Very true, sir. So, sir, as a man of society, I think that I want to make sure nobody would look down on me if I had one of these places. I think it's probably inevitable, but perhaps you could check out this specific spot, and maybe if I was to fix it up, tell me maybe what it might take.
Oh, I mean, is it... you'll look...
Well, it's just off the path, unfortunately. It seems to be, one behind, which, being street front in Holy Laws also isn't something that you want, so a bit of privacy.
He'll roll an insight check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Sure, I suppose. I mean, is this one in particular, is it for sale? He will begin to approach the building, start bending down, looking at the foundations and such.
Perfect.
Oh, shit.
So he's now off the trail. We're in a dark place. We'll make a perception check to see if I see anybody around.
Give me a perception check.
Okay, cool. Natural 20.
It's in 20, natural 20 versus natural 20.
And I was
but
22.
your plus one is probably more, or your plus is probably more than one for perception.
Perception, yeah, I got like at least 3. Yeah, my perception is plus 3.
Okay, you see Requiem and Traghoul a ways back.
Okay.
Keeping a very quiet distance.
I'm like...
I will message Traghoul, and just in your head, you'll say, I may need help with this hunt.
Anything you need, let me know.
Yeah. Pop this man's head like a watermelon. Oh my God. And then we'll consider ourselves even. I did buy you that fur coat. And you said that you'd pay me back.
Do I hear you talking out loud or nothing?
He's sending him a message.
It's all in your head.
Yeah.
What does he mean?
I'll look over at you and be like, I'll be right back.
Oh my God.
Okay. So he's looking at the things down there, and I will get down next to him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think this is rotten. I wouldn't buy this when the foundations look entirely too poor.
Entirely? I tap on the thing while I'm just waiting for them, and I'll make kind of an unarmed strike against it to see if I can make any of the foundation come up. Sometimes you have to really hit it to be able to...
Give me an attack roll.
Okay. Natural 1.
You just miss. I think you've had a little more to drink than you thought this evening.
Boy.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. I am sorry.
I think maybe you and Danielle drink too much.
Okay. Have you arrived yet?
I'll approach behind him.
Yeah, Struggle's arrived at this point.
And then, I guess I'll do what Nick's asked me to, and I'll just grab his head and squeeze.
How close am I? Oh my God. To see?
You've been following. You can see.
From the spot that he perceived us. The red cloaks after dark. In his...
You saw he was Struggles right next to you. You saw him leave.
Yeah, and I told you that I'd be right back.
So I waited. Well, you said I'll be right back. So I'm asking, how far away was that? Would you
Did
say?
you wait there?
I waited there.
Oh.
Give me a perception check.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Don't want to see. I don't want to see it. What is happening? It just happened 3 times. What'd you say?
Perception.
Perception. 24.
You see it.
You see it pop out.
Give me an unarmed strike.
I'm glitching.
shit.
I'm gonna
All right.
glitch over there.
It's going to be a 15.
And damage roll.
What is
Let's see. Well, unarmed strike is a straight 5.
Use 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Perfect.
pop this
Oh
fat merchant's head like a
No.
melon.
Questions
I'll just look down at Nix
asked?
and be like, did I do good?
My good man, you did.
Excellent.
And then I will go ahead.
My unbloodied hand, I'll stick out a finger from the fist bump.
See, knuckle.
You see Nyx get much darker in this moment. Smoke starts wreathing off of him, and he'll roll him over, and he will pull the man's spirit out of him and say,
Do you have unfinished business?
I hope so. I just killed this man for no reason otherwise.
Yes.
Tell me.
I wish to become the most affluent merchant in Slavoka, for all my enemies to be laid low, and I wish to own the Red Lantern.
I shall see what I can do.
and I'll put his spirit back.
Okay.
Afterwards, I will brighten. My shadow goes away.
Will we have seen you do this before? To like when you
I
did
saw
it
him
to...
do this
I've
with-
seen me do this once before.
Okay.
I saw him do it with Martin. So what did I was just watching.
I think Traghoul sees the physical in this space. Like you see the smoke that Nyx has described emitting from him. You see him like turn over the body and have a conversation with it. But it's one-sided. Like you don't hear anything that the merchant spirit said. So it's just like Nyx talking to a guy that you just killed, which is kind of weird. But you know, whatever. Requiem sees the spirit of this man, and with a 24 perception, you hear the conversation.
I think I'll be going home now.
Yes. Would you like some company upon the way?
What was that? Why?
As I'm flicking like blood and
Yeah.
stuff off my hands.
You see, this city is a bit of paradise for me, in many ways. One of those is that I can truly be able to fulfill all of my needs. This is unfortunately one of them. All people have dark and light within them, and it must be sated. This man was not a good man. And I needed to do a bit of handiwork.
How do you know he wasn't a good man?
Well, I talked to the woman that he was just with.
And he was bad. Harming people?
He was a bit of a crier. Unhappy. Ready to go.
You did him a favor.
That's right.
You did him a favor.
There's a bit of a balance that needs to happen. I'm sorry that you had to see that, but I appreciate you being here. Sometimes doing this sort of thing just by myself is a little bit hard, and being a part of a team, it makes things a little bit better, you know? And I don't want to hide myself any longer. I've done that far too much. Being able to be open with those that I can call friends is important, and I hope that you will keep this between us. Because I'm not ready to tell the full world yet, but I've made myself vulnerable in allowing you guys to see this, and I hope you will respect that.
I will respect it.
Respect.
I have a hard time seeing innocence in the way of destruction, but I don't see you as the type of person to be villainous like that. So if you say he was not contributing to society, if he was ready to go, although it sounded like he had mediocre ambitions.
And I may help him complete those ambitions. And he may help us in other ways in return. A great balance.
I don't need to completely understand, Nix. From what I've seen, you are a loyal friend thus far. And I mean,
Warlock's going to warlock.
we could just,
Yeah.
we could just, I witnessed it. You let me, you wanted me, and let's just go home.
Yes. Well,
Let us
thank you.
Yeah,
I
what do we
appreciate
do
the honest reactions.
with that? What do we-
Anytime you need my strength, let me know.
Ah. Well, I think we're a bit far from the river to throw his body in. It looks like we're actually really close to the crater.
How about the crater then?
Yeah. Well, I...
Go to the crater.
You help me toss this man in the crater.
I already popped his head, so I might as well.
Shall do my best to help, and I will grab like one of the feet.
You approach the crater. Something that some of you may notice, Requiem probably most of all, but that there are spots in Slavoka where green things don't grow. They are commonly spots like the necropolis, any blood tax house, or like the blood storage areas, or certainly the crater. All like they're only dead trees, no grass. Other places in Slavoka will grow normally, but these places will not. The crater still has many remains of ancient 300-year-old ruins around it. Though there are signs of construction that have been happening recently, there are like cracks, fissures in the ground where you can sometimes see faint green glow as you approach the crater itself. And as you get down, a huge schism in the land where it looks like some giant explosion or hollowing out or something has happened here. And from there, you see like many tracks where it looks like grave grinders and other crews and carts have been going down into the crater. It's not like a straight drop, more like a very steep decline where you can walk in and out. But there are parts like you go to the other side and it's just like a hole down forever. And down, deep below, you might see some of those green glows and faint, very faint, like sounds of work being performed in the crater itself. But yeah, Traghoul, you can carry the body to the far end where you look down. It's just really long ways down.
Wait. Stuff. Would I feel like that's a wise place to, not a wise place, but is that the most discreet place to like our to?
It's not a bad place.
Would a body stay a body if it fell that far and just went?
Will a body stay a body anywhere in Stravia?
But like,
Well, yeah, I'm afraid that this guy's going to come back.
Everyone's
Over
probably
some
come back.
I mean, if you've done this before,
I have never tossed a body down the crater before. We're all in this together,
That
I
sounds fun.
suppose.
does he have family?
Not that I know of, dear.
So no one's gonna be looking for him.
Not that I know of. I will check in. As you heard, he has some minor ambition with being a merchant. I will try to see him, help him through that.
Do you have his face now?
Well, we haven't tried that out yet.
Okay.
Would we know
Interesting.
that?
No, I don't think you guys would know that.
Yeah, I don't think we
When you
know
say
that.
face
Because I've
tracking-
never
have you not
thought-
said
He's never shown his face like a
He's
different
never
face.
We
done
wouldn't
it
know
in
that.
front of-
Okay.
I've never showed you guys that
He's
I'm a
always hated
changeling.
change.
I had
Oh
no
no,
idea
Nix has
about
said
things.
like facial. We don't know that.
Yeah, so you
That's
guys don't
above
know that I'm a
table.
changeling.
Okay.
You don't know that I'm a face dealer.
Oh, so your joke earlier didn't happen.
Ah.
I have never complimented you.
My heart.
We're still my heart.
Yeah, you want to toss
You
this
just
guy
ruined the
down hole?
compliment.
Yeah, screw it. I'll throw him down.
What do I feel in this area? If they're like working on construction, like is
Never,
this
ever
Drop the body.
complimented you.
It's a long time before you hear a very, very faint.
for that big of a guy?
God, I hope it just...
yeah.
It's like a watermelon.
How
rooftop.
do you? Well,
I don't like. I'm trying to figure. Like, what am I sensing? Do I sense things in these areas? Like, I've obviously noticed. I don't know if that's the ranger side of me that I've noticed. Things don't grow in certain areas, but are there
give
energies?
me a survival check.
Okay.
Or a nature check.
I'm good at survival. That's much better. 26.
26. There is a dichotomy in Requiem that, we haven't fully explored, but Requiem, when she was alive and not Requiem, was a creature of the light. living things, served a god of the field and bounty and harvest and war and many different domains, but above all else, of life. I think you could say Apollo is a god of life, of all things that come with life, good and bad, some, but of life. And so I think there's that old part of Requiem that you still remember some of, still hold on to pieces of, that when you visit places like this and you see that there is no life, it bothers you. It pulls at you, that old part of you, that whatever thread of you that clings to life and clings to worship of Apollo, maybe, is very concerned by that. There is something very unnatural in those areas that not only gods, but the land is rejecting.
Interesting.
My dear Requiem, this place seems to bother you more than normal. Something on your mind?
It just feels like there is no heartbeat here. And that is unusual, because even beneath cobblestone, there can still be life, but we build on.
And I think when you say that, you realize that dichotomy, that hypocrisy in what you just said, right? You say there's no heartbeat here, and you
are Wraith.
There's no heartbeat in you either. So I think that's like another, ooh, what does that mean for me?
Yeah. It's a struggle, inner turmoil. I feel as though I'm going to stop kind of mid-sentence of like having that kind of feeling. We should probably get back.
We should. I wouldn't mind returning here, full team included, though. We were receiving multiple tips that the necromantic energy from the grave grinder potentially could have been connected to the crater.
Okay.
If you're feeling off, I trust your intuition, and we should come back to investigate, but in full strength.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Okay.
Let us return.
Okay. So,
yes, I got the big fat guy. I'm so happy. I
You are
went
drunk
face
on
shopping.
life right now.
I went face shopping. I got my number one.
I finally got my head pop.
Yeah, and you got your head pop. We all got a little something today.
Nice little something.
I got a reminder that I am heartless.
Oh, yeah, you're heartless. You're part of it. You're just one of us.
Zelphira, I need one more luck check from you.
Okay.
Raven or
Yeah, let's do, because we might discover why, but it's the 24th of Yav right now. I said 2 weeks.
Ooh.
And tomorrow is the 25th when you have to meet
Escort.
at the Western Gates to escort Selene. So this will find if that message gets to you sold tonight or tomorrow.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Good one.
You want high. 50
High. It's high. It's high.
I can't see.
I can't see.
It's 11.
Ooh.
But it's just flat luck. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something that goes on it. It's an 11.
If we did a different.
Did you say 2 or just 1?
Just one.
Huh.
One.
Womp womp.
My dice suck today, y'all.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Too little. Too.
You know what over there?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Gonna take off.
I don't even know if you guys will find Zelphira. Well, actually, you guys are rolling better. You might find me. I'm just out panicking.
Can I keep
waiting.
my eye out for her? Because I've known that
places,
she's
just
left for a while.
freaking
But
straight
I
up
would like to.
You're trying to find her tonight?
Yeah.
You can keep your ear open for her tonight.
I was concerned for her after she left. Cause,
Okay. Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was just going to say, can I keep an eye out for her while we are out and about? I'm assuming she's back.
Yeah, Zelphira, when do you return to the barracks, if you return?
I mean, it'll probably take a few hours. I will be looking around likely places I'd think Isolde would be. But if he's not there, because I'm going to guess he's not there since my rolls have sucked.
Yeah, you look through a couple of his haunts, the Pickle Dam, but you aren't able to find him
not
tonight.
there, then it'll be a few hours. Then I'd be making my way back to the barracks to just be in a craze. I'm crazed, y'all. I ain't calm.
She ain't calm. Are we still in
And
the
I'm
Holy
usually
Laws
calm.
area? And that's where the Apollo.
That's where the crater
Temple
was.
Of Apollo?
I mean, yeah, you'd be heading kind of straight up that bridge, the Eastern Narus Bridge.
And how
to
close
get-
is the Temple of Apollo to that?
It was back this way. So when we were at the Red Lantern, it was due west.
It's not too far. It's probably like a 5-minute walk.
No, another time. Let's just head back and we'll see if we'll see Z there. Or are you already
Yeah.
back at the...
I'll go ahead and head back to the barracks
Depends
as
on
well.
time frame.
Okay. I will head back towards the barracks, and then I will peel off from the group.
Okay. What are you guys doing as you arrive?
Is it like middle of the night or is it past that?
Like becoming morning.
It's probably morning, honestly, at this point. You started kind of at, probably midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and there was pit fighting and drinking for hours. So
If it's
probably
during the
like,
daytime,
but it's it's probably your normal schedule. We've established you work like night shifts.
Yeah.
right? So it's probably like you're done with your shift.
Yeah.
And honestly, like work's been pretty easy the last couple of weeks. Like you've had your tithe collections, but it's getting easier and kind of hardened to it maybe. But other than that, no other jobs. So yeah, you return back to your barracks as the sun is beginning to rise.
If we got downtime, I'd like to rest.
Hit your long rest.
All right. After taking the
Traghoul's back to the beds.
He's
fighting
been beat up
damage.
a bit.
Yep.
I'd like to see if I can't find Samwell's house.
Yeah, you can find Samuel's house. I'll make you roll for it.
Retroactively, could I have made sure that I rolled the body and I took, things that wouldn't identify him, including and also his house keys? Is that all right? Okay, cool.
Well, he doesn't have head or teeth to identify,
you
so
taken his belongings.
Yeah. Did he have any gold and stuff on him then?
Yes, we'll say he had a ring. A gold ring is pretty nice. It's worth 50 gold pieces
Was it on his finger?
on his finger.
His wedding finger?
His wedding finger. He had
no one else noticed.
and on his person, I'd say 20 gold pieces, and his house key.
I will have given you guys a 10 gold piece each, and I will keep the ring.
Thank you.
All right. Cute.
Thank you for helping me to hide a body.
Oh, my pleasure.
We're all in this together.
It's probably good. I wasn't necessarily there.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, I'd like to go try to just locate his house.
Yeah, his house is. There's a series of manors, like we think of it as like townhomes.
Yeah.
But for them, they're mansions. They have a little tiny fence around them and a little tiny yard. But then like a nice 2-3 story house north of the market square.
Okay. If I'm able to kind of see, where it is, can I start looking in just periphery windows? Do I see any other occupants inside of his house?
There are occupants in here. Yeah.
Okay. Can I do a perception check to see who may be?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Dirty 20.
You spend a little while. You see there's a maid, and she goes up to the 3rd floor, where you see briefly like another woman in that area, and you at some point on the 1st floor you see through the window like maybe a 14-year-old girl.
Don't be sad
Those
for
are the
this
only
guy.
occupants you
Remember,
see.
he was with a prostitute.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. With reconnaissance done, I'm
They
going
might
to
have
go.
an open relationship. You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Highly
I'm going to
doubt
draw water from the well here in the Linstead market area.
Okay.
And I'm going to bring a bucket of water to the Halfstone family house. I'm going to put it on their doorstep, and I'm going to write a note that just says, the city has declared that the well water is unsafe to drink. Please spread word to the neighbors. This bucket compliments of Linstead market, where you should be getting it from this point forward.
Yeah, give me a deception. Are you usually in a forgery kit or anything like that to
I
make this
am.
look official?
Yes,
Go
exactly.
ahead and give me a deception check with advantage.
Okay. Okay. The first one is a 15.
Okay. 15 total?
15 total.
Okay. Yeah, it's not bad. So yeah, you make like this official looking warning document and attach it to that bucket.
And with that said, I will go back to the academy, turn into Cecilia, and get a night's rest.
Okay. Beautiful. You two, Order Bone's not going to like that, sir. What are you guys doing as you ride back to the barracks?
I mean, I'm in the
We're at
barracks,
the
I think.
barracks, right? While we're at the barracks?
Mhm.
I'll go cook in the kitchen.
Okay.
There's targets at the barracks, I'm assuming.
There are primarily outside in the training yard.
That's probably where I'm at.
Yeah.
Throwing daggers.
Like for you, you sold's a vampire as well. But like where you stand for targets is covered, so you don't have to have like a parasol or anything to throw.
Oh, yeah, no. I would
Sun's
be...
beginning to rise, but...
Okay, yeah, because it's like starting to be morning. So I'm at whatever specific range would be more for vampires, just chucking daggers.
Okay.
Waiting for Isolde, hoping he'll show up. And kind of crazed, honestly.
Okay.
Do we have an assignment right now?
Tomorrow.
Are we moving into the
Tomorrow's when
25th?
Selene comes.
Like the morning of the 25th?
Yes.
So we're moving into the morning of the 25th.
Yeah.
So it's like
Technically,
later
it's like,
on.
okay.
Yeah.
And it'd probably be about like maybe 3 p.m. is when you're expected to be there. Tomorrow. Today, I guess 3 p.m. at the
so
Western
it's
Gates.
probably like 5 or 6 in the morning.
Yeah. So you're doing target practice, waiting for your sold.
Hoping he'll show up, but if
You're
he
starting to cook.
doesn't,
How long are you getting your night's rest after that?
I would say, yeah, I'm going to wait a few hours. Like, after I went back, couldn't find him there. I'll be taking out some aggression and craze before I just tire myself out and go to bed.
Okay.
Because I need to rest since I know what's coming, but who's coming?
So, hit your long rest button if you need to. And
I think I was the only one that took
I think
damage.
I've already
Yeah, I think I'm the only
You're
one
the
who took
only one that
damage
needed
that
to.
last.
And we will move to the next day, on the day of the 25th, where you are expected to meet Lady Selene at the city gates. Saren is not here. You would expect him at Lady Virelia's mansion at this point. So you'll be reporting to him after you escort Selene there. The city of Slavoka is shrouded in the pale light of the late afternoon sun. Its uneven streaks cast and long looming shadows, the towering weathered stone walls that encircle the city loom above you. Their ancient dwarven carved surfaces covered in creeping vines and cracks that speak to their age. Above, the skies are heavy with clouds, casting a muted gloom over everything, though rays of sunlight occasionally break through. The city gates, reinforced with dark iron, are closed, guarded by the ever-watchful gaze of undead patrols. Their cold, lifeless eyes survey the streets, their skeletal frames motionless except for the faint creaking of bone against armor as they shift, and, apparently blood as they're leaking down animated skeletons versus terrible even more gruesome. The streets are unnervingly quiet. Only the distant clatter of hoofs can be heard echoing through the stone walls. Tension hangs thick in the air as the citizens seem to sense something unusual, their eyes darting towards the gates from the shadows of alleys and cracked windows. As Blood Cloaks, it is your duty to meet Lady Selene Blackheart upon her arrival and escort her safely through these haunted streets. The atmosphere is oppressive, the tension palpable, as though the city itself is holding its breath in anticipation of her presence. "Open the gates!" a guard shouts, and then the steady, rhythmic sound of hoofs draw closer, reverberating off the stone walls of the city. As the gates swing open, the procession appears, a sleek black carriage pulled by 2 towering nightmares, their glowing eyes glowing with fiery embers and their hoofs striking against the cobblestones. Large black silk awnings stretch over the windows of this carriage, shielding its interior from even the faintest touch of sunlight. The doors to the carriage open with a soft creak, and from within steps Lady Selene Blackheart. Her figure is striking, draped in a gown of deep crimson velvet that flows around her like a river of blood. Besides her stands her personal guard, a stoic figure holding a large black parasol as above her head as he enters. The man has like a very friendly-looking chocolate lab that hops out and stands next to him. The parasol's edges are lined with silver and black lace, and it casts a perfect protective shadow over her as she descends the steps. But it is her veil that commands the most attention. A blood veil, translucent and shimmering with dark ruby hue. It is stained with physical blood, though whose it is... You're not sure. It glints wetly as it catches the light. Beyond the veil, her face is obscured, but the glow of her cold, ancient eyes pierces through, locking onto yours as she looks down at you. Her presence is undeniable, an aura of regal power and danger that seems to bend the air around her. Without a word, Lady Selene glances at you, her eyes flicking over each of you with faint, knowing amusement. Even through her veil, it's clear that she is assessing, calculating. You are all familiar at this point with vampires. And Selene, Zelphira probably knows best, that is famed for her beauty and her cunning. And is like what a vampire royal would be if they just like leaned full into the vampire as much as possible. She looks down at you, Zelphira, appraising. Zelphira, my dear.
Selene.
Very nice to see you again.
And you as well.
Her eyes, like a cat's, predatory. You also note freshly blood red.
And I would know her right-hand man, her guard's name.
Yes, Edric Thorn. Mm-hmm.
Edric.
So funny to see you here as a Blood Cloak.
Yeah. I thought I might try on a different title for once.
Well then, Blood Cloak, escort me. Your grandmother's mansion awaits.
It does indeed. Eldrick, it's nice to see you.
He will nod towards you. He is stoic in almost anywhere, but especially in Selene's presence, almost understated. He has a cloak over him, kind of maybe in his 40s, a little scarred, human man, tall but not too tall, strong but not like overtly so. Looks very ordinary, honestly. If this is the first time you've seen him, I think you're a little disappointed. And he has at his side like a sword in a scabbard, and the dog kind of looks up, but like clearly like Eldric's dog. Let's see.
Well, don't keep me waiting. Blood Cloaks, shall we go?
Does Eldrick have tattoos?
Very well.
He does not. And as we follow our party, escorting Selene through the streets to Virelia Skorn's mansion, we will end the session. Thank you so much for watching. Find out what happens next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Man, seems to blow up next episode.
Remember how I told you? I know something.
Fucked up now.